Okay, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Well, that was awful sounding. How y'all doing? Tonight's going to be a fun freaking night. We got some fun stuff planned for tonight because we don't normally do this stuff. I do, but I don't. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to make some squishy and some mushy out of some glass here. Bring it all over here. There we go. Get some of this stuff out of the way. And we're going to make some mush. Yeah, what's up, everybody? How you doing? So let's go ahead and start scrapping. I'm going to actually wear a glove on this. Last time I did this, I went too hard and I broke the hammer, hammering it way too hard and cut my finger way open. So we're going to take our handy dandy glass hammer here and we're going to smash up some glass. And we're going to make a marble out of it. Actually, let's change the view. Oops, wrong camera. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Here we go. All right, here we go. So this area right here is where we're going to be working. And let's go ahead and just start smashing some stuff up with our glass hammer here. Woohoo! Look at that. That blew up. We're going to take that and just kind of there we go. Now we got some scrap. Let's see if we can get that a little bit closer for you guys. What do you say? Let's bring it down. There we are. See it? There we are. So we're going to take that. We're just going to smash it up a little bit. Got a few pieces here. There we go. My trusty glass hammer never fails. This is like my baby right here. We're going to make that happen. All right, let's go ahead and change back over. And there we go. Now that's what we finally get to see. Yeah, glass hammer going. This is my baby right here. This is my glass hammer. We take that and we just rock with it. I don't want to smash it too hard. I don't want the stuff flying all over the place. Got a little piece of dichro down here I want. What else we got hanging out here? Oh, remember that broken flower? We're going to smash that too. There we go. There we are. Anything else I got laying around I could smash? What do you guys think? Smash or grab? Should we smash it? What do you think? All right, we got a temporary buffer going right now, so we're going to have to switch. We're going to have to switch Wi-Fi. 1 second. Give me 1 second. We got a buffer going. All right, we should be good to go. All right, we should be good to go. I hope so. There we go. All right, so what do you think? Smash? Should we smash it or smash or grab? You guys think we should save those? Should we save the swan? Should we save it? I don't know. What do you think? All right, well, I got a lot of people saying we should save it. Yeah, I think we'll save it. Yeah, we'll save it. It's okay. Oh, last thing before we get started, we did finish the dragon. You guys want to see it? Let me pull it off this way, and we're going to try this view. There we are. This is the dragon pen we did. Oh, got to bring it way out here. But there's the pen. And there's the insert right in there. So the insert went in perfect. But yeah, there's the dragon pen. It's actually pretty damn comfortable to write with, to be honest. I thought it'd be a lot worse, but it's actually pretty comfortable. I'm actually super surprised about it. All right, let's get going. So tonight we're going to take all this scrap glass down here and we're going to buckle it up into a marble. This is going to be like a totally different approach. We're going to get some chunky glass. We need some chunky glass to start with, and a little punty rod would be really, really helpful right now. Any punty rod will do. Do I happen to have a little bit? Ah, that'll work. All right, let's go. So yeah, we are definitely taking this in. No, I did not see what happened at the Chihuly Garden. What happened? What's up, Cody? Bayo! All right, so yeah, we were definitely smashing with some hammer there. So we're going to build this up. We're going to start picking up little scrap bits on the ground there, on the bench. Oh my God, I did not know that, Groves. What a horrible thing. Mom is actually out of the hospital. That's why I'm late tonight. I got her into the facility, so it's looking good. Yeah, everything's looking really good right now. Yeah, she's finally in a skilled nursing facility to recover. She just has to get a little stronger. Yeah, it's good news. She was able to get home, yeah. All right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to take a little bit at a time and pop it in. Let me move this out of the way because I'm going to burn the hell out of that. Okay, so we're going to bring it up here. And we're going to pick up some of the scrap glass. And all you do is pick it up like this. Let me see if I can punch in here. Nope. So you just punch it in like that. You can see we picked up some of that scrap right there. Going to pop it back out. And we're just going to slowly heat way out here. Like this. And we're going to come over and flatten a little, like that. I'm going to encase in some cobalt. And we're going to pick up some more little bits of glass that we smashed with our hammer. We're going to pick it up over here. Push it right down into that frit stuff. So frit is a ground up glass that was purposely done at the factory. And it does, oops, I keep doing the wrong button, sorry. So that is the frit. You can see all that little blue speckles on there. That's the frit. Yeah, that's frit. Frit is amazing. I love working with frit. F-R-I-T, frit. Someone, I was saying that the other day and someone thought I said a different word that starts with an S. I was like, no, not that. All right, we're going to encase this a little bit. Put some clear nubby on there. This is just down and dirty. This has no rhyme or reason to it. I love this type of work. My son got hired first officer for the regional. Oh, that's awesome. Laura, that's amazing. Cool. I love hearing good stories. If you guys have a good story right now, something happened to you today, put it in chat. Type in chat if you had something good happen today. I woke up today, so that was good. Yeah, I happened to wake up. There, we'll put the little swan there. Yeah, I was happy to wake up. That's a good thing. Yeah, if you have something good that happened today, let's celebrate on live stream. All right, we're going to pick up a little piece of scrap here. Oh, no, I got some right here. Got this little bit of turquoise here, little stringer of turquoise. We're going to pop it in here on the outside. We're just going to wiggle it around. Woo! I'm going to teach you guys how to do chaos. I did not want to break. All right, then we'll just do it this way. There's a tiny little bit of color left on here. We'll just pop it on here and say, okay, then you wanted to be on the marble. Now, I don't know what color this is, but we're popping it on. Like that. That's a tension pop. We're going to pop that way out here. There we go. Pick up that little bit down there. Now, sometimes you could call these end of the day marbles, but you know, this really isn't an end of the day marble. We're going to take all these little tiny scraps like that. See that little tiny chunk? We're just going to pop it in here. I want to show you, you can do some pretty amazing stuff with very little. Yeah, we can definitely do some cool stuff. All right. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. Like that. All right, let's pop it over to the side view, show you guys where we're at. So now you can see all that little scrap running around in there. Lots of little chunks of stuff in there. Pretty though, right? That's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to take a solid rod and we're going to go right on top of it. All right, it's late, so this is normally later than I go. Ah, awesome, Red Squeak. Where are you all watching from? If you don't mind sharing your location, I would appreciate it. Want to see if we're hitting a new audience somewhere. Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, Carson City, Nevada, Knoxville, Tennessee, Trinidad. Oh, welcome in, Short Dog. I know, Red Squeak. Kevin's book is in the house. How you doing, Kevin? East Tennessee, Virginia, near Kevin. Oh, you did? Oh, Dragonfly, I'm going to have to go check out. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of clear here. Kevin, did you see the new pen that we did last night? Since you're on real quick. Check this guy out. Full-blown dragon pen. It sits really nice too. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the best part. All right, let's change the view. All right, can you guys see this okay? No, right about there. I'm gonna multitask. All uranium buzzing through there. We got the uranium dragon. I'll just put it up here, what the hell? There we go. We got the uranium buzzing through it too. Let's move this stuff off. And we're gonna buzz a little bit of, where's the other stuff at? I get these little bitty bits out of here though. I smashed it too hard. Okay, so let's get this thing all melted in, and then we're gonna twist it up a little and give it some cool effects. Canton, South Dakota in the house. What's up? What's up, Wendy? We're going to grab it here. Just got it welded on really good. We're going to pop in close. All right, can you see how it's all lumpy right there? We got a little bit of clear on one side, a lot of clear on the other, kind of like that. We're going to take it and we're going to rip it around here. And we're going to spin it to win it. You can see it kind of twisting up now. We're going to get a little more aggressive with it though. Going to flatten it a little. There we go. So we kind of squared it up. Now we're going to start twisting. This is probably going to be one of the best marbles I've ever done, and I won't know how to repeat it, even if I watch the video. All right, so now we're twisting everything up. You can see we got a nice little spiral going. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, so now we're just going to start forming the marble. All right, we got to melt this end in a little bit more. Twist and shout. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, got that clear cap on there. We're going to start forming the marble a little bit. Going to separate it here. Going to clear out any scrap that's in here. Perfect. Okay, so what we got is kind of like an egg shape right now starting out. Okay, we got that kind of eggy shape. We got a nice clear window up in the front. We're going to come over to the marble mold and start using that. But for the moment, we're going to do this. We're going to heat it up, and we're going to use the filter here so you guys can see what I see through my glasses. So my glasses do this effect versus that. There we go. Boom, boom. Borovision. I should create a voice for that. Borovision. We got some Borovision. So we got some pretty amazing people in here. Yep. We got Red Squeak in the house. Red Squeak. Gotta give Red Squeak a follow. We got Dragonfly Creation and Grove's Glass Gallery. You need to give them a follow as well. Fellow lamp workers and fun. And Kevin's book. Kevin wrote an awesome book. It's a little eye-opening for sure. Definitely got to give Kevin's book a follow on TikTok. All right, so now we're forming the marble. We're making a marble. Oh, I should probably pop out the good view so you guys can see the mold. I don't know if the side view will be better. Let's see. We'll try a side view in the marble mold. I think you'll get a better view of that. There we go. Bring it over, give you guys a quick glimpse. It's super molten right now. It's definitely got its hot spot going. Oh, got a little dingleberry on here. There we go. So yeah, we got that done, and we got a couple other fun items tonight while I'm doing this now. This is the pen we did the other night too. This is the dagger pen. I love this one. It has the Lucy handle on it and an opal. I don't know if you guys can catch the opal in there. The camera's going to have a hell of a time focusing on that. Anyway, dagger pen. And we busted out the hammer that we haven't done in a while. All right, here we go. We're going to transfer over. Actually, you might be able to see the inside of this before we go too far. Before we go too far with it, I'll bring it over now. So now you can start to see a little bit of that pattern in there. Here. There. There's a little bit of the color in there. Got some cool colors bouncing in there. Yeah, this looks really, really good. Yeah, we could definitely do memorials. What's up, Debbie? How are you? I am very blessed with some fun talent. My mom taught me everything, so I'm pretty happy about that. What's up, Crank? What's up? Yeah, we're having a great time tonight. So we are making marbles out of scrap. I smashed a whole bunch of glass up on my bench, and we are making some scrap glass out of it. I'm debating on whether I should put a color backing or just leave it clear. I think clear would look kind of cool. I want to keep this handy. I think I saw the right glass I wanted to use. There's just enough on here to do that with. Yeah, that'll work. We're going to go ahead and grab it. And here we go. Add a little clear coat to the back end. First one, it looks like space marble. It kind of does, actually. You'd like to add this to the collection? Yeah, Phil, let's make sure it lives, Philip. But yeah, we can absolutely. This one is definitely up for sale. 100%. Okay, we're going to bring it in. Smooth it out. Oh, it is awesome. My mom taught me. She kind of pioneered a lot of women doing this business. 100%. There we go. All right, let's tear it down. Yeah, that'll work. Pretty warm right now. All right, let's go ahead and side view it. So you can see we got kind of that, it's not like quite an egg shape now. I don't know what the hell to call that shape. It's not an egg shape. We'll start getting it a little bit better here. Do you have a glass grinder? I do, actually. Yeah, the question was, do I have a glass grinder? The answer is yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. 100%. I have a glass grinder. Made flour today. That's awesome. Dragonfly and Groves are progressing so well. I told you guys to start watching them early because they're going to get really good really fast. All right, let's try. Where is. Nope, nope, sorry. We don't want that. Maybe it was this one. Nope. Oh, that's not a bad view. So this marble was built out of all scrap glass right now. And we are looking really fantastic with it. We have to get the other side rounded out though, but this side is pretty much, I think, almost done. Bring it this way. You can definitely see that portal in there, forming right there. I don't know if we'll catch any colors bouncing through it. Oh, too bright. There we go. So you can see we got all that little spacey swirl going on in there. Okay, so next step, we're going to reverse it one more time and hopefully get it super round. Little punty rod right there. Wait for it to cool off a little. We're going to separate it here. Clean that up a little. All right, now we just have to get this round. Ooh, it's warm today. It's cold outside, but I kind of adjusted my studio a little bit, maybe too much. And now we're just going to melt it in and get it all nice and round. Should be able to see some visible stuff here in just a couple minutes, and I'll bring it over to the close-up camera and we'll get it all fixed that way. Now we just have to get it round. So this marble was built completely out of scrap glass. I mean, all scrap. Jen, thank you very much for the heart me. I guess this is one way to clean up your bench, your work area. Take all that glass and pick it up with a glass rod and like turn it into something. Yeah, this marble's all round. This is looking good. The leftovers rock. Oh, I like that, Philip. The leftovers rock. Actually, I like calling it the leftovers. That's actually a good name. Thank you, Philip. There we are. We'll try and use a little bit of a light on it because see, now we got all that color bouncing through there. There we go. So we got all that without a light. See how it looks? It's hard to see it when it's all nice and hot. Okay. Last transfer. We should be done with it after this transfer. Should be completely done with it. We're going to use, nope. Nope. You'll do. Got hiccups going. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Last transfer. I'm going to do it this way so you guys can actually see it happen in real time. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And off it comes. Then we're left with that little scrappy nugget on the end there. Now let's go ahead and get that melted in. It's okay. Gonna melt it in. Yeah, I love this job. This is like the best. I'm pretty happy with this. I think it looks good. Actually, there was one view that was better. There we go. Grab Dragonfly Creations Amazing Marble Holder. Also works for, thank you, Philip. Also works really good for ornaments as well. And we grab it here. That's really, really simple. And tap. Off it comes. I'm going to smooth it out. All right, let's see if I can get this side camera to actually pick things up. All right, it's kind of hard to hold, but hey, we'll try it anyway. There we go. So there is one side. Then we're going to flip it over this way. And there's side number 2. So this was all made off of glass that you would normally throw away. But I just want to show you can do things with amazing things. Yes, you can definitely buy it. All right, 1 second. I'm going to be right back 1 second. I'm not going anywhere. I just got to make a change in some airflow here because I am roasting my butt off. Whew, that was hot. All right, before we go too far, I want to see what this looks like. There we go, dual stream. I don't like that. Close up. Oh, that's really close. Dual screen view. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm just getting my streams down. Sorry, I'm checking up cameras here. Yeah, that's definitely close. Woo! I do like that view, though. I really do. All right. Yeah, so let's do that. We're gonna take and do a little bit more with that. Let me get this stuff out of the way a tiny bit. We got a total mess on here. Let's see if I can bring this down to the, I'm going to try and zoom in on the scrap, okay? Guys, be patient with me for a second. I want to show you what we're working with here, okay? Just be patient with me. We're going to bring it down, and we're going to zoom in right here, and we're going to come over just a little and down. Let's get rid of this. That's going to be helpful. We're going to zoom right in here. And you can see all this scrap here that we have. This is what we're working with. All this little chunky glass here. We're going to take a hammer and just kind of... There we go. Smash it around. Okay, let me set this preset here. We're going to update that one. There we go. All right, that actually looks good. We're good to go. Did you guys get a chance to, did that come out clear? I don't know if it looked very clear. Hopefully it looked clear. Oh, it's Mountain Dew time. Thank you, Bale. It is Mountain Dew time. Mountain Dew for the win. Definitely need that. All right. So I'm going to show you the real-time view of this as we start to make this. I'll show you how we dip it in here and get the glass effect going. That's why I wanted to save that camera view. Let's go ahead and grab this here. Let me prep this real quick. I want to be able to show you guys. So we're going to have to do 2 view, 3. There we go. All right, so we're going to bounce from this flame all the way into when I add the scrap to it. All right? So be patient with me. We're going to make it happen. We're turning scrap glass into usable items. Yes, I definitely made the hammer. It's hammer time. Yeah, we're on hammer time for sure. All right. So this is called building a gather. There's a couple different ways you can do this. I like having a holding rod at the end here so that it allows me to kind of shape it as we go through. Otherwise, you try and make a ball with just a solid rod and it's flopping around all over the place. It's like flippy floppy. There I go with those damn terms again. Flippy floppy. I have no idea where I come up with those damn terms. I have no idea. I guess that's another technical glassblowing term, flippy floppy. Mama KD, what's up? Thank you for the heart me, by the way. All right, so let's get a gather going. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit more. Okay, right about there. We're going to approach this one a little bit different right now. I'm going to burn it off here. There, we'll do something fun for you guys. How far can we go? That's about as far as I can stretch. So we started at that end, and we got this tiny little string all the way over there. I'm going to burn it off, though. I hope it doesn't break. It's going to be a lot of weight on this. Uh-oh. We got lucky. Got very lucky there. Take it, snip it right off. There. That was like a 5-foot stringer almost, or 4 foot. Smooshy, that's right. I'm going to come up with I guess I should come up with a book of glassblowing terms that I use. Flippy, floppy, smooshy. I don't know. I just like doing that. I know, fiber optic. It's very close, Chris. Okay, so we're going to bring it over. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the side view so you guys can see it going into the scrap. This is going to be the fun part. Nobody ever shows you this stuff. I do. All right, there's all our scrap. We're just going to come in and pick it up. Like that. And we got all those little chunks on there. Bring it over right about there. Let's do a close-up. There we go. So now you can see we got bunny ears on there for scrap. We got bunny ears. Got to get that tucked in, though. Tuck it in. A little nip and tuck there. Okay, we're going to come back over. We're going to pick up a little bit more scrap, so we'll bring it back up here. So the little scrap window, so we're going to go from here to down to the scrap section here and pick up a little bit more. Right about now, we're going to come over. And you can see we got a bunch of little scrap shards on there, like that. And there we go. So that's what we're going to build the base off of. Oh, that's a little too far. Let's go close up. Why the hell not? You got to tuck that in. Oh, wrong direction. Nope, you got to go this way. There you go. Okay, next step is we're going to encase all that. Yeah, this is going to be an awesome little piece. I don't think we're going to add any other color to it. We're just going to do dichro, so it should sparkle. We'll take a look at it. Let's just do it in clear, see what we end up with. I don't really know. We're probably we're probably going to trap a bunch of air in here, which is fine with me. I like little air pockets. As long as it's lots of them. I got a big chunk on the side here I do not want on there, though. I want to get rid of that. Just a little, it's an off center and it doesn't belong. It's like that old, which one of these kids is doing his own thing? Yeah. I know, you can't go wrong with dichro. Absolutely can't. Yeah, dichro is like one of my favorite glasses to work with. If you're enjoying the live stream, do not hesitate to try and hit the subscribe and like button. It helps me a lot, and it costs you nothing, and it really, really helps my channel a tremendous amount. I don't want to sound like I'm begging, because I'm not, but I really appreciate it if you would subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. Let me earn it. All right, we're going to separate that there. All right. I think we're looking good. We got time for the filter now because we're just kind of jamming away here. Let me pull it up close. So this is the filter that I use on my glasses, the lenses, but you can see how it filters out a lot of that bright sodium flare like that. So that's how I can see everything through that, through a lens like that. Both of those are up in my glasses, like that. If you're going to work with boro, no, map gas is not good. If you're just getting into glass, map gas is fine if you want to use a soft glass. But for borosilicate, like I'm working, no. All right, we're going to pull this close up so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. So see that little piece right at the top up there? It's a little chunk that just went sideways and did its own thing. I don't want that on there. It'll throw the rest of the piece off a little bit. So we're going to take it and we're just going to, this is how you trim it up. We're going to bring it out here. Like that. And now we got the big chunk off. So there's no chunk left on there. Okay, next step, we're going to kind of blend into this marble. I wonder if I have that here. I do. We're going to take a little bit of amber purple and go around the edge. This is my favorite color on the planet. And we're going to create these little cosmic swirls around there. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Actually, let me show you what it looks like before and after. Oh, wrong view. So right now we have clear. You can see that gap running around there where it's all like chunky right around there. Gail, love me some aliens. You know that. Okay, we're going to bring it close up so you guys get a good view. We're going to come in. We're just going to kind of swirl. Swirl very lightly though. Like that. We'll bring it back out, show you guys where we're at. The color's not going to completely show up, but you can see what looks like a welded bead around there. A bead weld. Hopefully. Oh man, that's really... I'm having a problem with this camera. It's making me angry. Let me see if this helps. Yeah, that helps a little bit down there. Okay, back in right there. Thank you for the lucky clover. Angel, I appreciate that. All right, so here we go. We're going to punty up to the other side. This is the major clear side here. We're going to add a little bit of clear to the other side. And then we're going to, again, twist it up a little bit. I call this kind of like a feather technique. Yeah, I definitely have to, Chris. I actually have a better camera. The 360 has a lot of views, but remember the side view I had before? That thing was pretty amazing. I'm gonna have to reinstitute that one. All right, next step, we're gonna add a bunch of clear to the other end here so we can balance it out. Then we're gonna reattach this rod, or if I have enough on there, we'll just use the original. And then we're gonna kind of twist it a little bit. There should be enough right here. We should definitely have enough in here. Thank you, Chef Dave. How you doing? Margaret, thanks for the rose. There we go. All right, so we're fusing this little chunky monkey of clear in here just to balance out the marble a little bit on both sides. Then we're going to heat that band that we did in the middle up, and we're going to kind of spiral it. I mean, just kind of twist it. All right, I like it. Okay, we're going to separate out here. I don't want all that on there, though. Just, I got to pull some of this off. Like that. Okay, let's get it rounded out just a little bit. I'll attach the punty rod back up to it, and then we're going to work on spinning it around. Yeah, we just have to heat it up, twist, spiral, it'll be all good. All right, almost done. I know you guys are hearing that all the time. Oh, Allie, we are making a marble out of scrap glass. So we took glass from here, this little section down here, all this little scrap glass down here. You can see all that little glass dust, and we started making marbles out of it. So yeah, it is totally random, and I honestly don't know what it's going to look like. Like I said, they'll probably come out super freaking awesome. Right now I'm just doing a gravity drip. That was fun. You guys want to see that again? We'll see how molten it is. All right, let's do that again. I'm in a mood tonight. It is a great way to use up scraps, 100%. All right, here we go. We're going to let it drop. I'm going to show you how durable this glass is, and even in its molten form, it won't break. But like normal glass would kind of ooze really quick. Watch this. Doesn't really do much. It flattened it a little, but not enough to be like, wow, that was amazing. I know, smoosh. What's up, Janae? Okay, all right, let's pull this down and get this worked out here. Drop it like it's hot? That's funny, Bale. Drop it like it's hot. Tonight's full of surprises. Yeah, tonight's full of surprises. If you are watching this live stream and you have not subscribed, I would really appreciate it, or follow. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps my channel a tremendous amount. And it allows me to keep going on live streams. All right, so we got to attach a little punty here. There we are. All right, let's bring it up to close-up view so you guys can see what's going on. So now we got a little clear band in there, some dichro with some amber purple. We're going to spin that amber purple up. It's basically a little band of color in there. Dennis, thank you for the lucky clover. Appreciate you. Debbie, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate it. We are making marbles out of scrap glass, like literally glass you would throw away. And I just want to show that you can do amazing things with glass, even stuff that technically people would throw away, including myself, but I want to show you what you can do with this stuff. Because it's pretty awesome. All right, it's going to be hard to see, but there is definitely some color running around there. The very, very hot spot right there in the middle, you can see that like belt buckle band. That's where the color is. And then we got a bunch of dichro running through here. Yeah, we're transforming glass that you would normally throw away or vacuum up. We're transforming it into actual marbles. And they all come out really pretty. Most of the time. There's been a few duds. Yeah, there's definitely been some duds before. All right, let's go ahead and use the filter while I'm melting this in again. So this is how I see the world right there. So that's through the lens of my glasses. That's how I see it. And this big filter in here is what my lenses and my glasses are made of. So that's how it allows me to see what's going on. Now, I would love to be able to leave the filter on there all the time. Landon, thank you so much for the lucky clover. Appreciate it. Thank you, Landon. But the problem if I left that filter on there is you would only see, oops, not that view. You would only see purple pink. You would miss out on all the other colors. So it's kind of like a trade-off. It's definitely a trade-off that I would not want to make. All right, so we're going to start rounding this out. That's why I pulled the camera view out. We'll do a little bit in the front view and a little bit on the side. Let me get it a little bit more round. We'll pop the other view in now. So you're going to see it going into the marble mold. Now, the thing is, it cannot be forced in there. No, the tubes do not burn. Glass is an excellent insulator, horrible conductor. It does not like that. It won't transfer heat. That's why they used it on cookingware for so long. Cookingware by the name of Pyrex. All right, got a nice little round section there. We're going to go up and we're going to punty it up and get the other section round. I really don't know how this is going to look. I think it might look cool. I don't know. Oh, it's got a... I don't know where I'm getting these dingleberries from. But it's definitely got a big dingleberry right there. Okay, that's okay, because we still have to punty there and get the other side round. So it's perfectly fine. All right, let's go back and get this round a little bit. Smooth that out just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see any color in there right now. Unless I can get the light on it. Yeah, there's a little, you can see that dichro starting to pop in there. It's just not showing all the way. But it's definitely there. Okay, we got to put a little holding rod on the other side and get the one rounded out. There we are. Now there is amber purple in here. It's not showing up yet, but it's going to be there. It's going to look amazing. It's going to look freaking amazing. Let's see if I can do this. I'll look away. We'll see if we can round it out with me not even watching. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I kind of have to feel where it's at. All right, we're going to separate it. I can't do that too long. I don't want to be dumb. There we go. Let's bring it really up close. There we are. And while we got that, we'll go ahead and use the filter again so you guys can get a good view. Regina, it starts out at like $20 and goes up from there. Just depends on what you want. And there we are. So you can see that filter. So that's how I see the world, in my world, like that. How small are the marbles? Probably about 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, they're probably about 1 3/4. Man, my internet's acting up tonight. This is really bad. It's not feeding correctly. I get all these warnings. I may have to reset the connection. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You guys getting a hiccup? Yeah, it's my internet. So after I finish this marble, I'm going to reset the router. Now we just bring it in. And we're going to spin it up. We are making a marble out of complete scrap, stuff that you would normally throw away. Yeah, the glass, this is glass that you would normally throw away. So I'm just showing that you can do some really cool stuff in glass, even with small, scrappy glass. I know Red Squeak, it has. Okay, I think that's pretty good right there. I think we're looking good. Let's see if I can show you guys. I don't know. Well, it's not good either. Yeah, the connection's really pissing me off. Oh, there we are. So you can't really see much in there. You can see a little of that dichro right there, the blue shimmery. See all those ghostly blue connections in there? There we are. I know it's not showing as well right now, but you can see all those little blue nuggets of fun. I can't believe I just said nuggets of fun. It definitely might be, John. But I definitely have to reset it because it definitely hurts the stream too. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to cut it off. Like that. Pop it down. Put a little tiny punty right there. Oop. Bring it in. And there we go. Oh, now it says connection good. Then we're going to separate that. Then we're going to pull that little nipple off there. This actually looks kind of cool, to be honest. Do I work with a black light on? Nope. No, I do not work with a black light on. Looks like mushrooms in it. Oh, that would be a cool marble. A marble with like 5 mushrooms in it. All right, we just got to round this up. Oh, it's definitely wonky there, though. It's definitely got a wonky wobble. Good night, Melissa. Good night. Good night, John. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate everybody hanging out. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I would really love it if you guys would help out and just hit the follow or subscribe button. It makes a huge difference for me and it costs you nothing. It just makes it easy for me to be able to stream out here, get in front of a larger audience, and have some fun. I promise I won't be one of the TikTok beggars on there going, you know, battle, battle, battle. Give me more money. I won't be one of those. I appreciate the gifts, but I would never beg for gifts. Not going to happen. Oh, you're not going yet? All right, John. Is this for watering plants? No. No, although I can make those. All right, I think we're all rounded out here. I'm going to see if I can get you guys a little bit of a view. You know what? The bottom view might actually work. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Yeah, right there. That works a little bit. There. We got a little bit of that blue floating in there. Looks like little opals floating around in there. And that's all scrap. And then we got that band of amber purple around the middle, kind of feathering around. Yeah, it's supposed to kind of look like opals bouncing through there. like that. Just randomly placed. I think that actually worked better. All right, let's do a side view for this. You guys very rarely get to see this, and you've been so much fun. So we take a tool like this. Dragonfly Creation makes these little marble holders. And we heat it up a little. And you grab the marble this way, okay? See how I locked it in? And then you just tap. And then off that little punty comes. And you might be able to catch a little bit of that little scar right in the middle there. And that's where the marble was attached, just barely on there. Then we smooth that out. I'm going to try it this way. Oh, look at that blue. Can you see that blue popping in now? Man, it's really there. You can see that blue, kind of opal blue going through. Too bright. There we go. There, we got some opal. It's almost like opal chunks. It's actually pretty. I do like that. Yeah, I do like it. Laura, have a good night. Yeah, it is late. How hot is the flame? About 4,000 degrees, 3,800 to 4,000. Okay, so next step, I had that pink dolphin that we did. I looked at it, I didn't like it all the way. So we're going to change the dolphin up a little bit. We're going to do something with a special dolphin here. There we go. L to the B. How you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. I love having all people that I like seeing all the people that come in here on a regular basis. I recognize names when they pop in and out all the time. I'll recognize your name after a while. Okay, so we're going to grab the dolphin. We're going to attach a little punchy to the bottom of it. I can't find my other tweezers somewhere. I don't know where the hell. Oh, they're way over there. Why'd they get over there? I swear, I did not have my tweezers over there. I think the ghost moved them. For those of you that don't know, I actually do have a little ghost in this studio. I'm not joking around. It's not bad. It doesn't do anything terrible. But it definitely plays mischief. All right, so let me show you what we have going on with this guy, okay? It's kind of cool looking. I defrosted it. We took the frosting and defrosted it. I'm going to add another little character off of it. We're going to put a baby dolphin coming off of swimming with this one. So we're going to make a little baby dolphin. You guys up for that? Baby dolphin? Mel's Bean? Yeah, it is hard to remember that one. See? I get you. Steven Seagal. Oh, I love that one. Bale. That's funny. L to the B, thank you for the St. Patrick's. I appreciate that. Oh, we got to change the view. All right, let's make a little tiny dolphin. We'll do that close up. Oh, that Steven Seagal is freaking funny. I like that. All right, here we go. We're going to take this out. We're going to pull this little chunky monkey off here. There we go. And we're going to grab Yeah, I could do it off this. Not going to be hard. A little bigger than I want to use, but it's what I have. We're going to do it up close and baby dolphin. At least you guys will get a good view of how to make it. Yeah, you'll definitely get a nice view. How about a marble with Saturn ring? I would like, yeah, the Saturn ring is my problem. I would love to make Saturn. But the rings are what bother me. Because when you do the, I've tried Saturn before and we put rings, solid rings around the outside, and it looked like one of those little riding vehicles, the one wheel. I don't know if you guys have seen that one wheel. It kind of looked like that. It looked like a one wheel. Or the little romper room balls that had the little side plates on it with a, it was like a little rubber ball with the side plates. It looked like that too. Dolphins definitely could be flippy floppy. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to bring this out. We're going to just use a little bit here, okay? Not much. This is a baby dolphin, remember. We're doing baby dolphin. Gotta make a baby dolphin. So for those of you that were with me the other night, this is the dragon pen we made. So this is an actual writing pen. We made it in the form of a dragon. It's actually kind of cool. I'm going to move this off to the side though, because I'm going to end up breaking it. I know I'm going to smash a big old thing. We'll put the hammer here. No, can't see it anyway. All right, let's make a baby dolphin. Got to pull this little bit off here. All right, so for this, we're going to take the flame down. This one's too big for that. We're going to use a little baby flame. We're going to make that little triangle insert there. And we're going to pull it. And we're just going to separate here. We're going to flatten it out for the head. We'll start building the dolphin right now. Nope, don't like that one. It's what I love about glass. If it doesn't work the first time, you can come back and redo it. It wasn't terrible, I just didn't like it. Pretty fast for an old man, right? Saw that little glass shard fly at me. I'm pretty fast for an old dude. Pretty fly for an old guy. There we go. Since I got the offspring's hair too. Pretty fly for an old guy. All right, so we got the little dolphin there. We got the baby dolphin. We got to color it up with some gold. We're going to do a little gold and silver. Hopefully I got a little gold there. I do. Let's grab some silver. This process is called fuming. It is the process of vaporizing pure metal into the glass. Major laser, thank you. All right, so there it is, all clear. Okay, we're going to vaporize the flame right now. Like that. See, I'm pretty fast. Just going to get it a little bit of yellow on here. Like that. I don't know if you guys will actually see the color transformation. A little hint of like yellow on there. We don't want much, just a little hint of yellow. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to grab some gold and we're going to vaporize gold on it. This is where the color really changes. So we're going to completely change the composition of this color with this guy here. Where's my gold? If I were gold, where would I be? I know you're around. There you are. So here it is. We're going to change it up. There we go. Got to park that back in the kiln. Let me show you the epic version of gold fuming. Okay, that doesn't show it real quick. Let's go side view. I got to show you this because it looks absolutely freaking amazing. This one came out really, really good. Okay. Not much, right? See a little bit of color change? Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Look at all that shine. And that really, and that is gold vaporized onto it. Okay, and back up close. So we're going to grab that dolphin sculpture. We're going to pop this little baby on here. Like that. Let's bring it over to the side so you guys get a better view. Now we got the two dolphins just kind of playing around. Family affair. There we go. That looks way better. That's a better sculpture. That's actually a perfect Mother's Day gift for someone to give their mom. That would be a perfect Mother's Day gift. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome as a Mother's Day gift. All right, Mountain Dew for the win. Because it is hot. I can't believe how hot it is in here. All right, we're in the Wild West mood. So I'm going to show you something that I haven't really shown people in a very, very long time. We're going to do a fume-only marble. Now, what does that mean? That means we're going to take this marble, we're going to put some clear on it, we're going to fume silver in there. And we're going to sandwich that silver, and we're going to kind of change it aside and twist it up. And you're going to not see a whole lot of color in it until you shift it in different lighting. And it's going to transform pretty awesome. But it's one of these pieces where when you look at it, you're like, what is that? So essentially you could do this with trash too. So like when I use my silver rods here, after a while the silver wears off, but it leaves a residue on here. Let me see if I have that silver nearby. Right. I don't think you guys ever get a chance to see this either. So on the end of this rod, you see all that yellow residue from the silver fuming on there? So you can take that and you can turn it into what I'm doing right now. Now I don't want to do that because there's a big chunk of silver right there. So I don't want to mess with that. We definitely don't want to mess with that. So this should be a pretty awesome little, yeah, this is a great little marble. So if you're learning to make marbles or you're new to glass blowing, this is a great piece to learn. Because if you mess up the fuming, it really doesn't matter too much. Because you're going to be smooshing it anyway. So it won't matter. Yeah, it definitely won't matter. There we go. But hopefully for my glass blowers out there or anybody out there that's wanting to learn or has learned, or these little techniques are things that can like help you make some money down the road, because it's relatively not expensive to do this part. So we're not using a whole lot of information or color on here. And it just makes it less expensive. Color right now is getting super expensive. So it costs a tremendous amount to kind of make stuff at the moment. I don't know if color is ever going to come down in price. But what I'm trying to show is there are alternatives to using color on everything. We can kind of create our own colors, our own magic with this stuff. Okay, we're going to separate it here. I'm not going to do a gigantic marble of this. We're just going to bring it over and I'm going to smush it. Just a little bit. So we got this kind of Hershey Kiss look. We'll do the fuming on the side view so you guys get a look at it. Fish scale glass, do I want to collab? It depends on what you're asking to make. All right, so here we go. You could always message me. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to fume it right onto the side. It's literally going to turn it to a mirror when we get done here. Then we're going to sandwich that. Let's go. We're going to mirror it up right now. 3, 2, 1. My silver's hiding in here. It's really... There we go. Much better. So this is what I was saying. It kind of mirrors it up a little. Now, if I shine the light on there, it's going to look very, very bright. See, we got kind of like that mirrored look to it. That process is called fuming. It used to be like really rare. People didn't know how to do it. But it got better over time. The gatekeepers all got kicked out. All right, here we go. We're going to encase that. So we're sandwiching all that color in there. And it's just silver. It's not, you know, anything else extravagant. And honestly, an ounce of silver will last you minimum of a year. So for $70, you could literally color your glass for a year. I don't know of anywhere else you could do that. We're going to separate that. Again, this isn't going to be a super big marble. And we're going to melt it all in and we're going to smash it. Yeah, gold and silver make different colors, correct. So the dolphin I did, the little dolphin, was the gold, and then this is silver. Now silver is obviously a heck of a lot cheaper given its current marketplace, but yeah. You know, the price between the two metals right now, gold is outrageous. Here we go. We're just going to do a smashy smashy. There we go. Smooth all that out. If you want to see something cool, I do suggest sticking around for just a little bit. This won't take me very long. I probably got another 5 minutes into it, and we should be good to go. This is one of those projects where you can watch in 5 minutes or so, and it's done. This is what I was talking about with beginning glass blowers. You can do this quite a bit. Okay, we're going to put a little punty there. I got to burn this off. This is going to get really floppy real quick. There we go. I got to clean up this just a tiny bit. Get off there. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like here in just a minute. We're going to reverse the sections here. So we're going to flip it around. So we created a 90-degree angle here on this one. We're going to tap it off. Boom. Got a lollipop. Bring it over to the side. So you can kind of see that color sandwiched in the middle there. Okay, it kind of has that little haze to it. Doesn't look like much, right? Just set up your bobcat? That's awesome. All right, we're going to bring it down here. There we go. We're going to punty up to the other side. So two rods opposite side of each other. We're going to have to come down to a small flame. We'll do close. Let's go close up on this. There we go. And we're going to come right up in here. We're just going to superheat this. And we're going to start twisting it up. You can see it kind of twisting in there. Now, normally you could get kind of like a cat's eye marble if I stopped right here. If I stopped right here, we'd have like a cat's eye kind of coloring look in there. It wouldn't be the colors of a cat's eye, but it would have that pattern. But we don't want that. We want to go super, super tight on here. We want to spin the heck out of this. We just keep spinning. There we go. And now we're going to start forming it into a marble. So we get this back in pretty close. It's not going to be perfect right now. We're just going to get it close. There we go. Okay, first stop. We got to get it over here. We're going to burn this off and we're going to get it super round. Pull this little nugget off here. This is like a will not. It will not come off. A will not. Okay, so we got all that done. Let's go ahead and bring it outer view here. Did you guys see that? Oh, you guys missed it. I had a moth just fly right at my face. I wish the camera would have caught that. That would have been so fun. All right, so we're spinning it up now, getting it in the marble mold. We'll bring it over to the side so you guys can get a little look at it. So you can kind of see the, oh, well, too much. I don't think I need a flashlight for this one. So you can see those spirals running in there, and that's the silver, but I like it from this end. When that cools off, you're going to see all these blues coming through there. But from the side, it looks kind of cool too. like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and punty to the other side. Kind of cool looking though, right? So I would say there's less than $1 worth of glass in here. So actual cost of material, less than $1. Which makes making this marble very affordable. Okay, we got to trim this up a little. Okay, I'm going to pop out the bigger view here a little bit. Actually, I'm going dual screen for the moment. I definitely want to see how this looks. You guys will get a total view every which direction here. I know it's a little tight framed on the phone, but I think it's worth it if you want to see some of the stuff being done. And there we go. Oh, I'm not showing off. I'm just showing you. If I was showing off, I'd like spin this 1,000,000 miles an hour and throw it against the wall and catch it with my bare hands. That'd be showing off. All right, I think we're pretty close here. I just got a little bit of finish work on here. We'll punty it up to the other side one more time because this has a little bit of a fuzz nugget at the end on this side, but yeah. Can I do that for us? No. I'm not a circus act. All right, here we go. Side view, there. So now we got the spirals running through that way. And then again, this is just silver. There's less than $1 worth of glass in here. Now, before we finish this, I will use the light on here and you'll definitely see some of the colors that are going to bounce out of this. But you can see the back end's a little wobbly. We got to fix that. There we go. All right, last transfer. And there we go. So I just got to clean this up a little bit. There's a little tiny, tiny, tiny wobble in it. Ooh, that silver's starting to come out. It's looking good. So as it sits in the kiln, that silver will kind of grow a little bit. We'll kind of grow some crystals in there. It's going to strike the color and make it look better. Okay, here we go. I don't know why, but I just heard the sound of Tweaky from Buck Rogers. Most people aren't going to know what the hell that is, but I just heard Tweaky's little voice. I have no idea why. All right, here we go. Side view. We're going to try and get some light on here for you guys. So here's the side. So there's the marble with the little extensions in there. Again, this is a very affordable marble to make if you are just starting out. Let's see if we can get some of that blue. It's got to definitely cool off. Yeah, it's too bright. Let me see if I can turn the light down a little bit. Yeah, as soon as this kind of cools off, you're definitely going to see all these blues coming out. We'll bring it up as close as I can. So yeah, it's less than $1 to make this marble and cost of materials. And when it cools off, it looks really cool. It's a very, very nice piece to make if you are unfamiliar with glass, and it's good practice. All right, we're going to grab it and pop it. Move a little bit on me right there. I'll try and bring it over one more time and see if I can get you guys a color on it. You can see a little bit of blue popping in right now. It's got a hint. Let me see if I can get the light. Maybe the dark background is. Yeah, you can kind of see it getting ghosty right there. That blue is just now starting to evolve. Like that. That's going to be a beautiful piece. What's up, Betty? Okay, that is right at 2 hours. Yeah, it is pretty. So sorry for coming on late tonight, but I had to, I got my mom finally transferred into the skilled nursing, so she's going to be there for a while, but at least it's only like 5 miles from me. Yeah, I'll definitely make 2-inch marbles. Yeah, if you want 2-inch marbles, just message us. We'll make them for sure. And we'll make them on live. If you want to purchase a marble 2-inch, we'll make them on live. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to sign off here and go handle some stuff. But yeah, she is very close. So thank you guys for hanging with me. It's been an absolute pleasure tonight. You guys are an awesome crowd. And I appreciate everybody. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. That really, really helps my channel and keeps me going. So if you could do anything as a favor, just hit subscribe or follow, and I would really appreciate it. So